guys. I'm totally excited to be here. And I mean, for one of the programs when we're looking at wrapping up the end of the year, okay? I mean, we have just about 2 weeks left to the end of the year. And I'm totally excited for that because you see, at the end of every year, there is retrospective thinking. So you're looking back from January all the way to December, and you're trying to remember, like, what, oh, I'm already wrapping. December to remember. Okay. So you're trying to remember all the things that happened all the way from January to December. Okay. And it's a time for you to think, okay, for you to go back in time to look at what have you achieved this year. All right. And for me, honestly, one of the major things I'd say that is constant for me every single year is the ability to learn. All right, the ability to take on new challenges, the ability to transition into new things. All right, so I'm going to share a bit about myself when I get into that, when we get into the training program, into the session proper. But that's one thing I like to do every year. Okay, what have I been able to achieve this year? I'm going into 2026. Okay, what I want to achieve. Okay, so everybody has goals. Oh, I want to save $1 million. Oh, I want to save, I want to save this. I want to invest money. I want to buy land. I want to build a house. All right. When it comes to professional development, when it comes to personal development, developing yourself, investing in yourself, investing in knowledge, it becomes too expensive. Okay, and that's something that I've never for once actually thought that I've never thought about professional development to be expensive because the skills that you own today is with you for life. Okay, it's with you for life. Before I go into the session, okay, I'll just do a little bit of background. Okay, so you see, when I started my career, I got a job as a management consultant working in Lagos, in Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria, and as a management consultant, I had to create curriculums. Okay, so for organizations that wanted to upskill their staff or wanted to do some form of training in the organization, they reached out to us. I would need to create curriculums for the organization. So I had to learn how to create curriculums. At the time, it felt why? Like I finished school 4 years, I'm here creating curriculum for training programs and all that. It didn't make sense to me at the time. Fast forward 5 years into the future, 5, 6 years into the future, I built a technology company, an education technology company. And you see, the skill that I learned at the time that I felt it was not relevant was a skill that I used in building, an education technology company. Okay, that has stood the test of time, that has helped people transition, thousands of people globally transition into the tech space. So you see, every year, the thing that you need to have at the back of your mind is training, learning new things. You think it's relevant, you don't think it's relevant, learn as much as you can, because the skills that you have is yours. It's nobody else's. Nobody else can come take that from you. Nobody. If there is an economic decline, there's an there's increase, there's a bull run, there's a whatever run that is happening, you'll find out that your skills are your skills. It doesn't depreciate, it doesn't go away. All right, and that's exactly what I'm going to lead with. When we're starting our training, this session for today. The session for today is going to be focusing on the 2026 career playbook. Okay, this is strategic planning. Okay, this is part of our strategic plan for 2026. Okay, so every year we like to have this particular session to basically look at the industry in 2025 and use that to extrapolate to what's going to happen in 2026. Okay, so we're going to be talking about quite a number of things in today's session, but I'll make it as interactive as possible. I'll make it as interactive and as fun as possible because that's the only way you can learn and that's the only way you can remember. Okay, so I'm excited that you're here. I'm excited to be here also. To be honest with you, I'm totally excited. So let's jump straight into today's session. Now, if you're excited, give me a 10 in the chat. It can't be less than a 10. You can give me a billion, okay, but give me a 10. Let me see. If you're excited to be here, give me a 10 in the chat. Let me see. All right. Fantastic. Juliet, I'm liking your energy. I'm loving the energy. Big time. My man. Fantastic, 100, fantastic, beautiful. Okay, beautiful, I love it. Okay, so today's session is going to be focusing on, like I said, it's going to be focusing on the 2026 career playbook. Okay, so if you want to play your cards right next year, what do you need to do today? What do you need to do now? What do you need to do at the start of the year? What do you need? How do you need to plan into 2025, 2026? Okay. So those are the things. So I can see some people giving me 1 trillion. Amazing. All right, fantastic. Some people are more excited than myself, honestly. All right. So key strategies to becoming a sought after AI professional. Now, AI, has been a buzzword for us in the last, I would say, going on 2 years now. AI has been constantly being a buzz. AI, 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 AI. Now, most people are lost. In fact, I was lost also. Okay, not just most people. I also was lost. But the key thing about being lost is that you know you're lost, okay, and you know that you can find yourself. All right, and that's exactly what we're having today's session. So there's so much information out, so many information out there that it becomes too much. It actually starts to look like a noise, okay? Because everybody's talking about AI, AI, AI this, AI that. It now becomes a noise at the end of the day. All right, it feels like a noise. Yeah, when somebody just talks about, oh, AI, you just cringe a little bit like, what's this guy talking about? What's this lady talking about? AI is everywhere. AI, 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 AI. Then it gets to the point whereby you just shut out, and you don't want to listen to anything that has to do with AI. But today I'm going to break it down for you. I'm going to help you break it down and provide you with the necessary information that you need in order for you to make a decision. All right. And that's exactly what we're going to do in today's session. I would like to know where you guys are joining from. Okay. I would like to know where you guys are joining from. I am currently based in Alberta, Calgary to be precise. I'm currently in Calgary in Canada. Okay. So I would like to know where you guys are joining in from today. Let me see. So if you're in Lagos, you're in Abuja, Uganda. Fantastic. Okay, Port Harcourt. Okay. Lagos. We have quite a number of people from Lagos. We have someone from Imo State and Uganda. That's interesting. Very good. Lagos. We have all Lagosians. Abuja. Okay, fantastic. Let me see who else. I'm joining from Lagos. Abuja. Okay, fantastic. Beautiful. All right, fantastic. I can see quite a number. I think we have quite a number of people from Kwara, from Kogi again. We have someone from Kogi. We have someone from. Okay, fantastic. I have somebody that is writing on my screen, so I'll probably have to disable and omit annotations from this. Okay, beautiful. All right. So I can see quite a number of people from Lagos, anyways. Okay, quite a number of people from Lagos, from Abuja, from Kogi, and all that. Okay, now let's jump straight into today's session. Now, I'm going to be sharing quite a number of resources with you today. Okay, so the session is fully recorded from top to bottom. I'm going to be sharing some links, materials, resources for you to also use, at your disposal. So you need to fill the attendance form. So you see my colleague Janet, okay? Janet is posting the attendance form. So please do well to fill the attendance form so you can get access to the recording of today's session and also the materials I'm going to be sharing with you. All right. So let's jump straight into it. It's an analytics business. Okay. For the people that are hearing of us for the first time, analytics business is essentially a leading e-learning platform. We've been in existence for the last 5 years, and we've helped a ton of people transition into the tech space. Okay, we've helped a ton of people in the UK, in the US, in Canada, in Australia, in New Zealand, literally across the world, from Malaysia to literally almost across 5 continents. We've helped tons of professional transition into the tech space. And now the key goal for us now is helping businesses also upskill their staff. So if you have a business today or you work with a business, okay, and you're looking at upskilling your staff, we will come into your organization to also upskill you guys with new technology skills, with new technology skills, and get the talent that you have within the organization to become better, and work more efficiently within the organization. So that's essentially the case. So that's an analytics business. We've been doing this for the last 5 years, and we've done fantastically well, helping businesses, becoming better, 10 times better. Now, who is the person speaking to you? I am the co-founder of, 10 Analytics, and I have other startups that I run by the side, like I'm Gary, CV Matchley, and so on and so forth. All right. So I have a wealth of experience in the data ecosystem. Okay. So, but I usually would like to start from, my management experience. So I'm coming from a non-technical background. So I started my degree. I started my journey from, learning. I did economics I finished from Lee City University in Ibadan, and I graduated with economics. I graduated with economics, a degree in economics. Okay, and after that, I got my first job working as a management consultant in Nigeria, in Lagos, Nigeria. It was an intern position actually. Okay, and as I worked my way up to becoming a management consultant. Okay, so you see, I was coming from a non-technical background, and then I pivoted from management consulting into tech. Okay, so like most people that are looking at transitioning to the tech space, okay, I did the same thing. Coming from a background in economics, coming from the experience in management consulting, I then pivoted into the data ecosystem. All right. So I've worked as a data analyst, I've worked as a data scientist, I've worked as a data engineer, I've worked as a business systems analyst, I've worked literally across majority of the domains that you have in data essentially. Okay. And then also I've done a bit of power platform engineering. Currently, I do more of data and AI contracting for businesses in the UK, US, and in Canada. That's my experience. And I've been doing that for like the last, I would say, going on 8 months now, working with businesses in the UK, working with businesses in Canada, and working with businesses in the US. And you see, one of the major things that I have noticed over time is, like I said at the start of the session, learning new skills is something that would always open doors for you. Okay, learning new skills is something that would always open doors for you. You see, when I said I've transitioned from data analytics to data science, the skill sets that you need to be a data analyst is different from the skill sets you need to become a data scientist. The skill set that you need to become a data engineer is also different from the skill set of a data scientist. The skill set of a power platform engineer is different from the skill set of a data engineer. Okay. So you see, constantly learning new skills has opened new doors for me. All right. And that's something I led with at the start of the session. So even going into 2026, the major goal for you should be, what am I going to be learning? All right. What am I going to be learning? Okay. How can I use the skills I've learned to open new doors for myself? And that's what we're going to be exploring in today's session. All right. So after today's session, you're going to learn three things. You'll be able to know the data and AI literacy. You'll know why data and AI literacy is non-negotiable for your career growth in 2026. Okay, so if you're looking at succeeding significantly next year, data and AI literacy is the goal for you 100%. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I will literally tell you everything. I'm not gatekeeping any information. I will tell you the reason why data and AI is that non-negotiable tool to have in order for you to move your career in 2026. The second thing also is understand the key skills required to starting your own AI career or AI agency. All right. I currently run my own agency, AI agency here in Canada. All right. Working for businesses in the US, UK, and also in Canada. And I'll tell you this, okay, that particular role or that particular business idea or that particular AI agency it's not even close to being saturated. It's even underutilized at this point in time. And I'll tell you the reason why and how you can actually get started on that. Okay. Then the third one is position yourself for success, how and where to apply for AI roles. So if you're looking at becoming an AI automation engineer, AI data analyst, AI cybersecurity analyst, AI whatever the case, project manager, AI business analyst. We're going to explore everything in today's session. All right. So these are the three key things we're going to discuss, okay, to take you from point A to point B to point C. All right. Then you can use all the ideas or all the things I'm going to be sharing today to position yourself for success in 2026. All right. So let's jump straight into it. Let's jump straight into today's session. Now, the first question I'm going to ask you now, with all the things that you've heard about AI this, AI that, AI this, AI that, would you lose your job? Okay. to AI? That's the first question I'm going to ask you. Would you lose your job to AI? That's the first question I'm going to ask you. Okay. And I want you guys to respond in the chat. Do you think you would lose your job to AI? Okay. Do you think you would lose your job to AI? Let me ask you. No. Somebody said no. Somebody said Irene Abiodun said no. Any other person? Tommy? No, no, no. Would you lose your job to AI? Would you lose your job to AI? Would you lose your job to AI? Let's go. So quite a lot of people are saying no, 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 no. It depends. Paula is saying no. Good job. All right. Some people think no. Okay, that's the whole idea. That's what you think. Because AI needs human to prompt in order to get results. Interesting. Can you see that? Okay, fantastic. I think that is Osu Osondu. Okay, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Apologies for that, but yeah, someone said no because AI needs human to prompt in order to get results. Do you know we're past that already? Do you know we're actually past that? Like, and that's honestly that's a beautiful thing about today's session. You're going to be learning a lot. All right. So if you still think you need prompts in order for AI to work, you are still don't worry. Don't let me go out. Don't let me jump above my gun. Okay. No, no, no. I can see a lot of no's. Okay. And I'm going to tell you the reason. I'm going to bust everybody's bubble here. And the answer is yes. You can actually lose your job to AI. You can 100% lose your job to AI. Okay. you can 100%. Okay. But yeah, I put a caveat there. But not in the way you think. Okay. But not in the way you think. Not in the way you think. But not in the way you think. All right. So you can actually lose your job to AI, but not in the way you are thinking about it. So most of you are saying no, but we'll revisit that question again, okay, in the next few minutes. We'll revisit that question again in the next few minutes, okay? All right, so let's jump straight into it. Now, there's this study that happened in the US, okay? It happened as an internet, it was a massive study that happened, and basically it happened in the medical space, okay? I'm telling the story now, all right? And I'm telling the story of how AI can steal your job, okay? Now, this study happened in the US, and essentially what they wanted to do is they wanted robots to perform surgery, okay? They wanted robots, okay, to be able to perform certain surgeries. Now, so they did a study and they said they wanted to do a robot-led surgery and they wanted to do a human surgeon alone surgery. So the human alone will perform the surgery, robot alone will perform the surgery, no collaboration, no nothing. So everybody acting independently, performing the operation. Now, the thing that they found out was human surgeons, obviously with human surgeons, they were good, but there were also bad things. Okay, so they did the analysis and they found out there were good things and there were also not so great things. Okay, now the first number one thing that was obvious, in order for you to get to that level of professionalism, okay, as a surgeon to be able to perform that procedure, you need years of experience. Okay, you need to have done it, you need to have been in the industry for years in order for you to get to that level where you can perform the procedure seamlessly. Okay, you need years and years of practice, experience to get to that level. All right. The second thing is it takes long. So usual procedures take long. So if you see the surgeons can, I mean, even can you stand for 8, 10 hours doing something? All right. You get tired, your legs get shaky, your hands get shaky, and so on and so forth. So we humans are flawed, okay, because we don't have infinite energy. Okay, we don't have that infinite energy that would last 24 hours. So if you charge your battery today or you charge your watch, okay, your watch can take you for the entire day without you needing to recharge it. Humans are not like that. Okay, we get tired, we get bored, we get distracted. So all these things are areas in which the human surgeon were flawed. Okay, but you see, the good part about the human surgeon is intuition, the ability to think. the ability to, the ability to change with situations. So if you're performing the surgery, if your surgeon is performing the surgery and something happens, okay? The patient moves, or there's something that happened in the surgery and blood is coming out, or something is happening, the surgeon can quickly think on the spot, to try to see different angles, different things to do, different methods, and all that. Okay. So intuition was one of the major things that a human surgeon, had, significantly. So if there were issues, they knew exactly what to do to maneuver those issues. But the robot-led surgery was absolutely perfect, was good, was very good, was very, very good. It was precise, it was super accurate, less errors, because I mean, a robot, you do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, it will do it exactly in that manner. Okay, so if you tell ChatGPT today, I want you to write a report here on this particular document, blah, 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 AI will take that robot will take it and do exactly, will perform better than most humans. Okay, but you see, the way robot also has its good parts, it also has its negative parts. The negative part in the sense that it was, I mean, if certain things happened during the procedure, during the operation, the robot doesn't have that intuition to think on the spot, to try to see how things can be, how things can move around to still get the result at the end of the day. All right. So intuition was one of the major problem, and also emotional bias. Okay, emotional bias. So I mean, if somebody's not feeling too good, robot doesn't care. I have to do my procedure. They've said I should do it from A to B. So that emotional, that emotional aspect is taken off completely, and that is also not something that is great for those kind of professional. Okay, but now they did a third one. They did a third surgery. They did a third surgery, and they did a human and a robot-led surgery combined together. Okay, so after they did theirs independently, so they did the human surgery independently. Okay, they did the human surgery independently, and they did the robot-led surgery independently. They now collaborated together to say, okay, can we try an experiment where the human and the robot perform the same surgery? Now, guess what? This was the one that was outstanding the most. And guess what? Let me tell you the truth. When they did the survey, this was not part. It was either the human would win or the robot would win. It was during the study, it was during the surveys, during the study itself, that they decided to do the human and robot. They decided during the what do you call it, the procedure, during the study. That's when they decided to do the human and the robot collaboration, and it turned out fantastic. It turned out fantastic. All right. So where the human lacked energy or lacked, precise being precise, okay, the robot did covered the human side, the human errors. Okay, where the robot could not perform very well, the human could perform, and that led to a significantly higher accuracy in terms of the procedure. Okay, so the human and robot collaboration did better than human alone and robot alone surgeries. So you see, when you're looking at the world now, okay, it gets to a time where humans and robots have to perform the surgeries together. It becomes a requirement. If it now gets to a point where it becomes a requirement that surgeons must not use this particular robot in order for them to perform this operation. Now, would you say surgeons are losing their jobs to robots? So it gets to a point whereby if you don't know how to use this robot, you can't perform this operation. We can't allow you to perform the operation. Would you say that robot has stolen the job of the surgeon? Or would you say surgeons who master robotics and AI-assisted surgeries will outperform and ultimately replace those who don't? Now, it gets to a point whereby if the requirement says that you need to have robot or AI experience in order for you to take on this operation or this procedure, you can't say the robot stole your job. Okay? You can't say robots stole your job. You would say people who have or who has the skill or who have the skill set, those are the people that would steal your job. Those are the people that you will be replaced with. Okay. And a very simple example was when I was growing up, you see, typewriter was the talk of the town. Okay. Was everybody wanted to get a typewriter. In fact, when you were like in JSS3, JSS1, JSS2, JSS3, when I was growing up, you need to learn typewriting. That was the tech skill back in the days. You know, you need to learn how to use the typewriter. So you see, using a typewriter was the key skill to have in order for you to get into administrative roles back then. This was like maybe 20 years, 20, 25, 30 years ago. All right. Now, it was a key skill to have. But you see, something was introduced into the industry, and that was a laptop or a PC. Sorry, a PC, a laptop was introduced. Okay. Now, a PC was introduced, and people that were very good. I knew people that were exceptionally good in typewriting that did not want to change. Oh, it's impossible. They can't be using computer. Can they erase? Can they do things? Can they do that? You know, I can feel it. You can feel the typing. You can see what you're typing physically. You know, with the computer, you still need to go and print. You still need to know, you know, but when I'm typing it, I can type it, I can see it, I can use it immediately. So people had the mindset that a typewriter is a key skill that cannot be replaced. All right. But some other people felt like, okay, they've introduced a new tool. Let me go learn how to use a laptop. Let me go learn how to use a PC. Let me go and learn how to use Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint, Microsoft Excel, and all that. So people started learning those things. Now, fast forward just a few years, it's not even up to a year, 2 years into the future. Back then, all right, every company started to use a laptop and computers. Okay. Now, guess who got phased out? The people that got phased out are people that did not know how to use a computer. Okay? People that did not know how to use a computer, a laptop, a desktop, they couldn't use it. They couldn't use master. They couldn't learn it. All right? Or they chose not to learn it. Those were the people that got phased out. And who did they replace them with? People that knew how to use a computer. Okay, people that know how to use a computer, people that know how to turn it on, turn it off, people that could open up a document, people that can write on a document, people that could print, people that could use Excel, people that could use, you know, all this technology. All right. So you see, these things have always happened. All right. These things have it has always happened. Now, guess what? Even there was a data revolution in the last 5 years, 10 years, every role has been adding data analytics to their roles. So if you are becoming a virtual assistant, you need to know how to analyze data. Oh, if you're looking at becoming a project manager, data skills is embedded. If you're looking at becoming a business analyst, data skill is embedded. If you're looking at becoming anything, okay, you want to get a job today, you need some data skills. They need you, even though they don't expect you to be a data analyst. That's exactly where it gets to. It just starts sipping in gradually until you find out that, okay, I don't have the skill set. That's the reason why I can't apply for this job. That's exactly what AI is going to do. And just to resound it, it's people that have those skills that will replace you. Those are the people that will replace you, not AI. AI will not steal your job. So some of you that said no, you're correct. But I'm pretty sure you just said no because you don't understand what no is. Okay. No, in the sense that AI as a tool cannot replace your job. It's people that know how to use AI that will steal your job. Those are the people that will steal your job. So the future is not about stealing. The future is about collaboration. Just like the procedure, the medical procedure, the surgeon, okay, and robots. It was the human and the robot-led surgery that outperformed other types of surgeries. Okay, so if you're looking at any type of professional today, the professional that knows how to collaborate with AI the best is the person that will succeed, honestly, going into the future. And I would, there's so many reports I would have loved to share with you, but I just picked two reports to share with you today so you can see it for yourself. Now, what AI tools do you currently leverage? What AI tools do you currently leverage? So some of you might feel like, oh, I'm using AI. I know how to use AI. Someone said just now, just a few minutes ago, that, oh, AI cannot replace me because they require prompt to do their job. Okay, they require prompt to do their job. So please, I need to remind you guys to fill the attendance. Okay, please, if you've not filled the attendance, to get access to the recording or from the recording to the materials and also the links I'm going to be sharing with you, documents I'm going to be sharing with you, please ensure you fill the attendance. All right. So what AI tools do you currently leverage? Now, if the only AI tools you're currently leveraging are the likes of ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, DeepSeek, and all these LLMs and all these AI tools, okay? ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, and all this prompting, where you have to put a prompt in order for you to get a result. If those are the AI tools that you're still using to date, I would say boldly, you are still a total beginner. You're still a beginner. You're still at the very lowest level when it comes to leveraging AI. All right, for your job on your job essentially, or for your day-to-day task and all that. You are still a total beginner if you're still using ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, DeepSeek, and the rest of the prompting, AI platforms. Okay, so you need to skill up fast. It's important. It's imperative for you to skill up fast before going into 2026, or while you're going into 2026. You need to skill up fast before you're left behind. Okay, before somebody that has that skill replaces you. Okay. Now, I was speaking to one of my co-founders, one of my friends. He also runs a business in Nigeria, and guess what? Okay, he had to let go of some of his customer service representative, so customer reps essentially. He had to let go of some of them. Okay, and essentially, I was asking him like, why did he let them go? What was the reason behind letting them go? And he was telling me that he had built, an automation, an AI agent that could receive queries, okay? That could receive queries, okay? And provide reasonable feedback to the customer. Okay, like I'm not talking about just chatbots, not the regular chatbot that you're saying, like a voice agent. Okay, so you can actually call a number, okay, and as a client or as a customer, there is an agent, there's an AI agent that will pick the call, okay, and that would speak to you, talk to you, and ask you a question. Hello, how are you? How are you doing today? Thank you so much for calling this company. What are the issues or what are you facing at the moment? Do you need help? Or do you want to book this? Do you want to book that? Oh, I want to book this. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for that. What's your name? Get your name. You can use that name to reference the database to find out what type of customer you are, what you last purchased, what you've done, and you can speak on that. Now, with this kind of agents, they don't go to sleep. They don't get tired. They don't say, oh, I've been working for the last 5 hours. I need to rest. Do you understand? They are working consistently. All right. So if you're a customer service representative and you feel AI cannot take your job, I can tell you for free, AI is taking your job. Okay. Or people with AI skills. Now, guess what? The people that they hired are people that have AI skills and can build automations using, AI agents. Okay. Those are the people that were hired. Okay. And those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. People that have the skills will then replace you that don't have the skill. That's something you have at the back of your mind. So why AI skills are absolute, okay? Why AI skills are absolutely needed in 2026. So if I should ask you before we jump into this, how big, like, how would I, on a scale of 1 to 10, how experienced are you with AI tools? Let me ask you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well would you rate yourself at this point in time? Is that between 1 to 10? Okay, between 1 to 10. Okay, 4. Okay, fantastic, beautiful. Okay, Chuku said 5, Emmanuel. Okay, 4, 4, 3. Okay. All right. So, okay. I mean, thank you so much for joining today's session because you know exactly what you need to do now in the next few minutes. Somebody said 7. 7 is massive. Okay. 7 is massive. 2, 4, 1, 2, 2, 2. Okay, fantastic. Beautiful. So now, for the people that you are in 2, you're in 3, you're less than 5, or you're less than 7, let's say 7 and below. All right. Why AI skills are absolutely needed in 2026. So going into next year, why do you think there is a need for you to go and focus on AI? Now, there's this document, okay, that I'm going to be sharing with you. This is one of the documents I'm going to be sharing with you. And it's from Google Cloud, okay, one of the most reputable cloud platform, okay, and it's talking about AI agent trends in 2026. AI agent trends in 2026, and they focused on 5 shifts, and we're going to be discussing those 5 shifts, okay, and how it affects not just you but businesses across the world. Okay. And this was developed by Google Cloud. So if you click the link here, you see this link, click the link. You see click here to download. Once you click on the link, it's going to open in your browser. Okay. It's going to open in your browser. This is the document. Okay. This is the document. And you can see it here, AI agents trends in 2026. It's about a 50-page document. And honestly, you need to read this document. You need to read the document. And that's the reason why I'm saying that you should fill the attendance so you can get access to this document. Okay. Now, AI skills, let's break it down. In the next 5-10 minutes, I'm going to break this down so you know exactly what to do. All right. So they talked about 5 AI trends shaping 2026. Now, these are the kind of materials that I consume before the new year. So I know how to position myself as an individual, as a business. These are the things that you need to read in order for you to position yourself better going into next year. Okay, so now 5 AI trends shaping 2026, and there are 5 of them. The first one is agent for every employee. Agent for every employee. The next one is agent for every workflow. We have agent for customers, agent for security, and agent for scale. Okay, agent for employee. So for employees, you working in a business or you working in any organization as an employee, agent for employees, agent for every workflow, agent for every customer, agent for security, and agent for scale. Let's start with agent for employees. Let's start from there. Okay, let's start from agent for employees. Now, let's jump straight into it. Now, I want you to always remember this. Okay, people with AI skills are the people that will replace people with no skills in AI. It's people that have AI skills that will replace people who don't have AI skills. Now, let's move on. Now, there is this thing that was said by Twari, okay? And it said by 2026, agents will manage complex multi-step workflows across systems. A key responsibility for employees will be to set the strategy and oversee the system of agents responsible. One of the outcomes, a multi-agent system that automatically generates complete business-ready sales plan. So you see what I'm trying to say with this particular point is employees will not be responsible rather than every day when you go to job, when you go to the office, there are things that you have to do. Okay, when I get to my work, oh, I need to check my email. I need to read my email. I know who I need to respond to. All right. After checking my email, what do? I need to work on the proposal. Okay. Well, after working on that proposal, oh, I need to, call my past clients to get feedback on certain things. So every day there are things that you ought to do. There are a list of things that you need to do every single day when you go to your office. Okay. Now, what we are saying today is going into 2026, you won't be responsible for those tasks anymore. Okay? You won't be responsible for those tasks anymore. Who will be responsible? The agent. So, can you build an AI agent that would look at your email and provide you with responses to those emails? Okay? Rather than you taking a look at the email yourself, can you build AI agents that will take a look at those emails, look at your calendar, and do some work for you even before you get to the office? All right. You need to call, certain people, certain clients and get feedback. Can you build an AI agent that will be able to do that? So you'll be responsible for building those agents, building and maintaining those agents. And you see, that's exactly what was said here. Now, he said what? By 2026, agents will manage complex multi-step workflows across systems. So, oh, I need you to send an email to this. Oh, I need you to respond to this query. Oh, I need you to call this customer. So that multi-step workflow, okay, You will be responsible for building stuff like that. And that's exactly what our guys have built. So you see, this is the one from Olusegun, and this is a workflow. This workflow acts like a virtual leadership team. Can you imagine you building an AI agent led leadership team that will do what? A CEO AI agent orchestrating decision, marketing, operations, and finance agent that collaborates. Each agent contributes domain expertise, and the final output is a structured, actionable sales plan. Okay, and this is exactly what it builds, and that's what you see on the screen there. This is an AI. It looks difficult, but trust me, it's these are the things that we know how to do best, teaching you to get to the level where you need to, to be able to build very scalable systems. All right. And this is another person. This is Ozioma. Okay. So you see, this is another person. Last week at Analytics Business Tech Fusion Inc. called and we answered. Tech Fusion Inc. HR team had a bottleneck. Applications were coming in, but responses were slow. Screening was manual. Follow-up were inconsistent. Technical tests were being sent late. So I built a functional automated hiring workflow using Anytime. So these are the kind of systems that you can build using AI. All right. So if you're an HR professional, for example, and this is a typical workflow for most HR professional or most recruiters. So when you create an advert for a role, can you build an agent, a recruiter agent that will take your requirements and that will screen thousands of professionals, and at the end you have 5, 6, 10 applicants for you to reach out to? Even during the interview process, can you bring in an AI agent that will listen in and ask relevant questions to the interviewer, okay, to the interviewee, for them to provide response to you? And at the end, instead of you thinking if the person did well or the person did not do well, AI also will make a decision for you. Looking at all the transcripts of all the interviews that you've done, can AI agents make a decision on who we need to hire based on certain requirements? So you see, these are the kind of systems that you can build. And this is from Ozium, and you can see the workflow that she has built. So she doesn't have to prompt every time. These are AI agents that make decisions by themselves. Okay. And you see, these are the interesting stuff that you will build when you get into the program. Okay. So you see, scaling my data analytics skill sets with generative AI. Now, these are for data analysts. If you're a data analyst and you're looking at upskilling yourself, AI is the next skill set that you need to have. So you see, over the past month, I have been very intentional about leveling up as a data analyst, not just analyzing data, but automating workflows and decision-making using AI. Is that not exciting? Okay. Recently, I enrolled for the generative AI data analytics program within analytics business, and excited to share a major milestone from the journey. I built an AI automation agent that automates my reporting and analysis workflow end to end. So you see, your job is not to build dashboards anymore. Your job will be to manage reporting agents, AI agents that would be able to build those reports. So when I get to office, I need to run 5, 10 reports. No, before you get to the office, your agents have done that for you. And when you get to the office, it's your job to go and look at your employees, which are your AI agents, to see exactly what they've done. Okay, your job will now be to implement and supervise AI agents, not you working as an employee anymore. All right, that's exactly what Google Cloud is extrapolating, and that's what our people are currently doing. And that's exactly what our people are currently building. So you see, in the next year, guess who are going to be people that will be leading? The people that learned these skills this year and the people that will be leading next year. So if you don't want to be left behind, you know exactly what you need to do. So you see, Google Cloud is extrapolating that employees' responsibilities are going to change. Your employee, as an employee today, when I get to the office, I need to go and clean the table. From cleaning my table, I need to respond to my email. When I respond to my email, I need to act as if I'm working. Okay, I need to type on my write the proposal. Oh, the role of the responsibility of an employee from 2026 is likely going to change. Now, what's it going to change to? Number one, delegate. Okay, delegate basically is to identify and assign mundane or repetitive tasks. So if there are things that you do on a day-to-day basis, And I'll give another example. Okay, for myself, for example, um, I manage about 4 businesses. Okay, and I have meetings across these 4 businesses. Sometimes it's overwhelming. Okay, so what I did was to build an AI agent. Okay, that would look at my calendar in each of these businesses. Okay, and do what and tell me exactly what I need to prepare for. So if I have a meeting in the next 1 hour, the agent will go into my calendar, see the person I have a meeting with, go through my email, look for correspondence about that particular person, go into a particular folder where I have had where all my transcript of my meetings are sent into, look at the transcript of all this email of the past meeting, look at my email, look at every other thing that has to do with my Notion board and everything, and make notes about the meeting I'm going into. So when I'm going into a meeting, I'm not going there just rushing. I'm not just going into that meeting. I'm going into that meeting and it is letting me know the things that I need to know about the past conversations that we've had, past deadlines or past, things that were discussed in previous meetings that were left unanswered, things I need to follow up with, and so on and so forth. Everything is in there, detailed. All right. So delegate, identify, basically is to identify and assign mundane task. Okay. Set goals. The job will be for you to set goals. What are the job goals of this AI agent? Clear and define desired outcome for the agent. So for every meeting, these are the things I need to have if I'm going into this meeting. All right. Oh, I need you to call our defaulting customers and get our money back. The goal is to get our money back or structure a payment plan with the customer. Basically, your goal will be to set these requirements. The next thing is outline strategy, and the last but final one is verify quality. So whatever the output of the agent is going to put out, okay, whatever they're going to put out, you need to verify the quality of their output. So that will be your job. Your job is not going to be like what you're doing today. Your job is not going to remain the same. Okay. And that's exactly what you need to have at the back of your mind. Remember, AI skills or people with AI skills are the people that will replace you who doesn't have AI skills. All right. Now, moving on to number 2. Number 2 is running your business with grounded agentic system. Okay. Now, something I need to tell most people is or businesses this time around, businesses who implement and deploy AI agents will significantly outperform those who don't. So if you have a business today and you're not using AI for anything, your AI is just for you to make your email better. Let me structure this email to look better, more professional, remove, yeah, that's what you're using AI for. That's not the kind of AI we're talking about. I'm talking about the business operating fundamentally on AI agents would outperform any business that doesn't. Okay. Like I said, if a business can build a customer rep that can call customers every single day, every hour, every minute, can call 50, 10, 30 clients in an hour, okay, 100 clients in an hour. Okay, if you can build an AI system, there's no way a business that is employing people would outperform a business that can build an agent that can call 50 people in an hour. There's nobody like if you hire people today, you would likely hire people and then it's based on experience. They will get to a level where they can perform 50 calls in a day and achieve great success. But someone that can build an agent to do that will definitely outperform you 100%. Okay. So Google Cloud is saying that 88% of the businesses that they work with, 88, that's a significant chunk. 88% of the businesses that they work with, okay, say that agentic AI early adopters are now seeing a positive ROI. ROI basically is return on investment on at least one generative AI use case. So it is a customer service, or it is logistics, or it is something, all right, administration, or it is meeting, it is something. 88% of these agentic AI early adopters are seeing positive ROI. So you see, this is something that most businesses are going to be implementing. Okay, so if I implement in my business and this is doing fantastically well, and I can tell somebody else, that other person sees that it's doing well in their own business, they tell the next person, businesses are going to be adopting it aggressively going into 2026. And that's something that you need to know. So you know how to position yourself, okay, in order for you to get into the rushing. All right. Now, the next thing is delighting customers with concierge-like experience. Concierge experience, basically personalized experiences. So let me just permit me to read this. Okay, the evolution is from pre-programmed chatbots. So when you go to people's website today, you see a chatbot. Hello, they would ask you for your name. What is your name? What is this? Can you put in your phone number? Can you put in your email address? Very programmed, pre-programmed. So they have a list of questions you need to answer. Then one way or the other, you're directed to another customer rep, a human customer rep that will call you or that will respond to your chat or whatsoever. So it's pre-programmed and it's boring, correct? I know most times I find myself chatting with this very boring chatbots, and it becomes very mundane, and and it doesn't look good. Now they're saying that 49% of executives at organizations with AI agents in production report adopting agent for customer service and experience. And I told you just earlier during the session that I have another co-founder, a friend of mine, co-founder, that let go of people in customer service because they had built an agent, okay, that could make calls. Okay, is that not interesting? Now, and that's exactly what we're saying. So with chatbot, if you have a chatbot today on your website or your application, it's very, very mundane in the sense that, oh, enter this 12 digits order number. Please enter your 12-digit order number. But with agentic concierge, with agentic AI, okay, you can actually make it a bit more personalized, like a human is talking to you, like you have a butler that is polite and that can take your order, that can make you feel important. So you can see here, you're right. I see you're calling about the blue sweater you bought last week. Our system shows it was just delivered. Are you calling to start a return or an exchange? It can make conversations with your customers. All right. And that's exactly what you can build. And that's what either you build it for businesses or businesses use it to replace. All right. So those are the kind of things that you need to be thinking about, the kind of opportunity. Now, I have another friend of mine here in Canada who works with real estate businesses. And what does he do with real estate businesses? Basically for lead generation. So whenever you go to their website, okay, there's a prompt, okay, for you to chat with one of the agentic AI. All right, you have a chat. From chat, you get your number, get your phone number, get your email, and it does a very quick follow-up call. Okay, immediately. Hello, we just had a chat. We just had a chat on the website. My name is this. How can I help you? How can I get started? How can I help you to achieve your goal? And that's what it's building for real estate agents, real estate businesses here in Canada. So it builds this agent for them where it helps them convert faster. So rather than just chatting, okay, let's have a call, let's have a talk, okay, let's have a talk, and I explain to you what the opportunities currently are in this particular market, in this particular industry, and so on and so forth. So you see, those are the kind of opportunities that exist in today's job market that even in Nigeria, I don't think anybody's doing anything that has to do with agentic AI for real estate, for medical technology companies, for whatever business. There is nobody building AI agents at the moment, except our people anyways, people that went through our program. So the next one is security, okay, for cybersecurity. And you see here, most businesses still think only humans access their website. So some of you that are building website today, website developers, most of you that are going on the internet still feel like when I go to the internet, it's just other humans I'm interacting with. But let me tell you that for now, for today, it's not just humans anymore. Okay, it's robots. It is agents. They're AI agents that are working over the internet on different websites, on different platforms. Agents are everywhere. Now, with agents accessing your website, your information, there is security threats that would arise. There are security threats that will arise. And that's exactly where AI is. You see what Sandra said here? Sandra is the vice president of threat intelligence with Google Cloud. So Sandra said AI is already being used to find 0 days, identify malicious code, uplift the work of defenders as threat actors. Incorporating technology into the operation, it will be the best tool to meet this new challenge. Basically, they're saying that hackers are now using AI to hack your system. Okay, so people that are hacking system are using AI agents to attack your system. Now, the key thing here for most businesses is, can we use AI to protect ourselves? That's exactly what we're trying to say. Can you use AI to create, a security framework that could protect the company? And you can see here, 46% of executives, at organizations with AI agents in production report adopting agents for security operations and cybersecurity. So you see, it cuts across every aspect of every business today. So from customer service to your administrative task to your strategic task to your planning to everything, agents are doing everything. So that's something you need to have at the back of your mind. All right. Upskilling talent will be the ultimate driver of business value. So most businesses next year are going to be investing so much in AI ready workforce. So even this year, we helped quite a number of businesses in Nigeria and in the UK learn AI. All right, how to work with LLMs, how to build agentic AI, and so on and so forth. So that's one of the major goals for us for next year. How can we partner with businesses across the world and help them upskill their staff with AI-ready skills? Okay, so these are the three pillars. Okay, from Google Cloud. Establish your goal, create a core leadership team, and create a culture for continuous learning. So this is for businesses that are looking at, incorporating AI into their technology or into their operations. These are imperative skills that you need to have. Okay, so it's easy for businesses to adopt new technology. Okay, oh, this new technology just came out, we need to go and adopt it. Okay, but when it comes to training staff, it now becomes very expensive. Okay, oh, I want to go and attend this training. No, it's too expensive. But they can bring in an expensive tool for you to use that you don't even know how to use or implement. Okay, so essentially, it's easy for businesses to adopt new technologies, but staff training becomes too expensive. Those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. All right. If you're enjoying yourself so far, give me a 100 in the chat. Let me see. If you enjoy yourself so far, if you're learning from today's session, give me 100 in the chat. Okay, 100, 100, 100. So you see, in today's workforce, okay, now when you're going into the reason why we're looking at this is for you to position yourself better. All right. The reason why we're going through this is for you to position yourself better going into 2026. So it's not going to be a situation of, oh, I never knew. I never knew AI was this complex. Or everybody still feels like AI is ChatGPT and Claude and DeepSeek and the rest of them. AI is beyond that. AI has gone beyond, way beyond that. And that's the reason why I took out time to show you some of the things some of the guys within the training program have done. Okay, and I've showed you just about three. There are so many of them that have done quite interesting stuff. Real one, also, you see, I have built a workflow that leverages intelligence in automation, transforming scattered inputs into a fully operational AI-powered business system, streamlining processes and driving growth. Okay, what used to take hours of coordination now runs end to end in minutes. Okay, and you can see him building this thing, this automation systems itself, and you can see this another person. This is Prudential. Okay, and you see learning how to automate real data analytics workflow. I mean, these are the things that people are building with agents, with AI agents today. All right, now that's the thing you need to have at the back of your mind. If people have gotten to this level of professionalism, this level of proficiency, where are you? Okay, where are you is the main question. And like I said, I didn't start from a technical background. I studied economics in school. Okay, in university, Leicester University, I studied economics. And getting my first job, I got my job as a management consultant in Nigeria, working in Lagos as a consultant. But I wanted to pivot into the tech space. Okay, guess what I did? I read. Okay, I read about what skill do I need to learn in order for me to get into the tech space. What are the skills I need to have to get into the tech space? And you see, one thing I will tell most people, and I'll tell everybody today, is focus on acquiring skills and experience in careers that guarantees you a job. Okay, so I've never wasted my time learning a skill that I know that would not add more value financially or make my work easier in a way. Okay, that will guarantee me a job. And this is where I'm going to take you through the future of jobs report. Okay, in a few minutes. The future of jobs report. This came out this year, 2025. but it's relevant for the next 5 years. Okay. And from this report, you can clearly see that data skills and AI skills are the most important skills you need to have going into 2026. So if you're going into 2026, data and AI skills are the most important skills to have going into 2026. And you can see when they see here, fastest growing and fastest declining jobs 2025 to 2030. So, like I said, it's relevant for the next 5 years. So, you see, skills that are going to be growing. You see, fastest growing jobs, big data specialists, AI and machine learning specialists, data warehousing specialists, data analysts and scientists, DevOps engineer. These are all heavy data roles, data related and AI related roles. And that's one of the reasons why data skills and AI skills are in demand. Now, they did a further breakdown into job roles that are going to be relevant. Okay, so you see job growth and decline 2025 to 2030. Job growth and decline, job that will grow and jobs that will decline from 2025 to 2030. So in the next 5 years. So now, if you take a look at the roles that will decline, you will see quite a number of roles in there. So you see secondary school education teachers. Yikes. Secondary school education teachers. It might seem this is not my document. All right. This was created by the World Economic Forum. No, for you guys, that's what I'm saying. You should fill the attendance. The documents are all linked. The links to these documents are there for you to go read up on. All right. And this is it. Future of Jobs Report 2025. Insight Reports. It came out in January this year. January 2025. So that's what I'm saying. You should fill the attendance so you can get access to the recording and all these materials I'm sharing. Okay. Now let's go back. Okay. So you see, they did a analysis of jobs that will grow and decline. And you can see architects and surveyors are there, secondary school education teachers there, compliance officers. I mean, I can actually build agents that would look at certain operations, certain policies, and will be able to, verify certain things within any organization. All right. Financial and investment advisors. So if you're working in the bank, you are a relationship manager, you're all the relationship manager. I had not even gone too far. Relationship managers are going to decline. Those jobs are going to decline. Sales representative and warehouse wholesale representatives also going to decline. Sales and purchasing agent and brokers going to decline. You see, and what will make these roles decline? What do you think will make these roles decline? You think it's just going to happen because it's just supposed to happen? No, AI is the reason why there's going to be a decline of all these things. All right, but let's focus on jobs that will grow. Let's focus on jobs that will grow. Now you'll see the likes of big data specialists, AI and machine learning specialists, data warehousing specialists, data analysts and scientists. You'll see data engineers, database and network professionals. You see data, AI, data, you see everything data related and AI related. Okay. Now let's see another one. You see organization development specialist. That's HR. HR is continuing to grow because every organization needs people. People is one of the fundamental things that every organization needs to run any business in the world. You need people. Okay. All right. So the next set of things also that you need, also you see another set of skill sets you have there, another set of job roles. We have business intelligence analysts, we have database architects, we have sales and marketing professional. Now, when I'm saying sales and marketing professional, I'm not saying that you're very good in sales or marketing. It's how can you leverage AI and data in sales and marketing? How do you leverage AI today as a sales professional? How do you leverage data as a sales and marketing professional? That's what's going to make you scalable and grow, in that particular career. Same thing with supply and logistics. Okay. And you also have, management, organization analysts, you have training and development specialists, so on and so forth. But you see, there are other roles that I want to talk about. Okay. There are other roles that I still want to mention. Okay. And you see here, you see the role of a project manager. Okay, you see the role of a project manager. It's also going to continue to grow. Okay, and other roles like Digital marketing and strategy specialist also going to continue to grow. Okay. And these are not just roles that exist. These are roles that you need to get into if you're not there already. You see digital transformation specialist, that's business analysis, process automation specialist, also business analysis. These roles are going to continue to grow. So you see business analysis is going to continue to grow. Project management is going to continue to grow. What else is there? HR, finance, and so on and so forth. These roles are going to continue to grow, but you need to focus on data and AI in those capacities in order for you to scale your career. So you see, this was a document I read during my time that got me into my role, into my first job working in the tech space. All right, this was the job. This was the thing. That document I just shared with you, the Future of Jobs report, was the same document that I read that got me into my first job working as a BI developer. Okay. And essentially, the formula to getting a job in today's market is you need to learn, you need to package yourself, and you need to apply. Just learn, package, and then apply. So if you're looking at getting a job in today's market, learn, package, and apply. Now, Ifemena, how will tech analytics business help me get started with AI, get a job, get started in AI, or even get a job, start my own AI agency? How will tech analytics business help me achieve that? Now, it's simple. We're going to help you learn. First off, you need to learn how to use AI. You need to learn how to use AI and data in across different career paths. And that's what we're going to start off with. Okay, we're going to help you learn. And you see, AWS did their own survey, okay, did their own study, and they found out that most organizations would use AI by 2028. Okay, by 2028, most organizations would have adopted the use of AI. So if you are existing today and you don't know what to learn or what skills to have, AI skills by far will put you above most people within the job market. Okay, now what AI skills do you need to learn? First of all, we have the AI automation engineering career path. We have the AI automation engineer. Now, this is you building automations for businesses or for the organizations that you work with. So if you have anything that you do on a day-to-day, okay, guess what? You can now use AI agents to do the same thing. Basically, it's like you building an employee that can do the work for you. So it's just like you having a subordinate, okay? Or back home in Nigeria, when we have an intern, okay, that comes into the office, there's a, all right, a new intern that comes. And the next thing is, okay, rather than me going buy the food myself, I can send the intern to go buy the food, okay? So instead of 50, no, oh, I want to eat lunch, okay? But I have an intern now, okay? Intern, take this money, go and buy lunch. All right. And that's the job of that's the job of the intern in the organization. But that's what I'm just trying to replicate for you in the sense that you can actually build your own interns or your own employees that can do the job for you. So in this particular AI automation engineering training program, you're going to learn the foundation of AI automation and LLMs. You're going to learn prompt engineering, still very important where you're building your agents. You will build, LLM powered applications, document search, memory, and RAG pipelines. You would also work with advanced AI automation, multi-agent systems. You would also build AI voice agents that can, build your own customer service representative, or you could, whatever use case that you have, okay, you can build it. You can build your own agents that would review books for you. Okay, all right. There are so many applications to how you can use this voice agents. All right. And the last but not the least, deploy, monetize, and demo your projects. Okay. So you see, those are the things you're going to learn. You're going to learn how to build automation. You're going to learn how to build your own AI agents that can do the work, that can get dirty, and they don't sleep. Imagine you building employees or agents that do not sleep and constantly are in there to get work done. Okay. And this is one of the best ways for you to build your own AI agency. And I'm going to explore that in the next couple of minutes. Okay. We have AI for data analytics. Okay, so rather than you build it, obviously you learn how to do data analytics, you learn how to use Excel, you learn how to use Power BI. Sorry, I didn't talk about the tools that you're going to be working with. Okay, I didn't talk about the tools you're going to be working with. All right. So in this particular training, for this particular training program, you're going to be working with tools, relevant to AI automation engineering. Okay. Tools like Anyten. Anyten by far is one of the most, most let me just search for it on the web so I can show you again. Okay, so if you go on your browser and you search for Anyten, it's the world, everybody uses it Anyten for what? I mean, it's one of the best tools for AI automation, building your AI agents and so on and so forth. All right. So AI workflow automation, platform tools, and all that. So if you go to it, you would see exactly what you need to do. All right. Flexible AI workflows automation for technical teams, and you can build your own AI agents that will be able to do things for you. So AI, Anytech is one of the major tools that you'll be using for this particular training program. But you would also work with Flowise. You work with Chroma, you work with Airtables, you work with ChatGPT, Gemini, Gradio, Zapier, Realtel, 11 Labs, VP, and Twilo. Okay, so there's still so many tools you're going to be working with, but these are the major technologies you're going to be building AI agents with. So the classes are Saturdays and Sundays. Okay, Saturdays and Sundays. And that happens on Saturday, we have 3 hours. And on Sunday, we also have 3 hours on Sunday. So Saturday classes start from 10 a.m. in the morning, and that takes it all the way to 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, on Saturday, and on Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. So after church on Sunday, you can still attend your session. You can still attend the church service. So that's essentially the case. So it's 8 weeks. That's 2 months. 2 months of live classes. 3 hours on Saturday and 3 hours on Sunday. So that's if you want to go into AI automation, AI automation engineering. Now, the next one is data analytics, AI for data analytics and AI for HR analyst. So if you are an HR professional or you're a data analyst, how do you leverage AI as a data analyst? How do you leverage AI as a HR analyst? So like I said, if you're using ChatGPT, Claude, and all those, the LLMs that you're familiar with, you are still a beginner. Okay, so what are you going to be working with as generative AI for data analysts? You work with foundation of generative AI for data analysts, tools for automation and AI agents, prompt engineering, AI automation, multi-agent system for analytics, AI tools for every data analyst, AI for SQL, AI and Microsoft Fabrics, and applied AI projects. So you're going to be building very exciting things. You're going to be building very, very exciting stuff, using AI for data analytics. So you'll be working with tools like Excel, Power BI still, but you'll be leveraging AI in these platforms. Okay. Now you'll also get to work with Julius, Bricks, Zebra AI, AI to SQL, Data GPT, Quadratic, and so on and so forth. You would also work with Anyten, all right, where you can build your own AI data analyst employees, okay, where rather than you analyzing the data, you have agents that can analyze the data, build reports, and send report out on your behalf. So imagine you building complex automations like that. That's what you're going to be building. So we also have generative AI for HR analysts. So foundation to generative AI for HR analysis, tool for automation and AI agents, prompt engineering for HR analytics, AI automation for HR workflows, automation HR, automating HR data workflows with Anyten, AI tool for every HR analyst, AI for SQL in HR, and applied AI for HR and capstone projects. You will be working with so many tools and technologies in AI, using AI in human resources. So you would also work with the likes of Excel, Power BI, you work with Microsoft Fabric. You also get to work with tools like Claude, Gemini, ChatGPT, and you also work with also new AI tools like Bricks, Quadratic, Data GPT, AI to SQL, Anyten, and so on. So the training program is for 8 weeks. Okay, the training program is for 8 weeks, both for data analytics and HR analytics. The training program is for 8 weeks. And in those 8 weeks, you have classes on Saturdays and on Sunday. All right. So 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday, you have your classes, and you're going to be having a wonderful time. Long story short. Okay. Now, moving on to the next thing, AI for business analysts and AI for project managers. All right. So if you are looking at delving into project management or business analysis, the key thing is not just learning the tools like Jira, Confluence, Trello, and so on. The key thing here is how do you leverage AI as a business analyst? How do you leverage AI as a project manager? That's exactly what you are going to be learning. So you see, for the AI for business analysis, you will start off like the rest of them, foundation of AI. You go into AI tools, automations, and AI agents. You go into prompt engineering. You go to AI tools for every business analyst, AI for project initiation, stakeholder analysis, and strategy. AI-driven project planning and execution, AI for requirement analysis, process mapping and gap analysis, AI for testing, deployment, and performance evaluation or measurement. Now, technologies you're going to be working with, like I said, you're going to be working a bit more, business analysis inclined AI tools. You're going to be working with Perplexity. You're going to be working with Julius. You're going to be working with ClickUp AI. You're going to be working with Notion AI. You're going to be working with Miro AI. Lucy Chat AI, you're going to be working with quite a number of AI tools. Some of these tools you probably use already, but this time around, you're going to be leveraging AI in these technologies. And if you've never learned these tools before, you are going to learn it. And you're going to learn it to perform, business analysis tasks. The same thing with project management. You're going to learn foundations of AI for project management, automation and AI agents, prompt engineering. You're going to learn the AI tools for every project manager. You will learn AI powered project planning and initiation. You would also learn AI for communication, execution, leadership, stakeholder engagement, risk analysis, and also AI for agile, Scrum, and so on and so forth. So you see, if you're looking at becoming a project manager, or you're a project manager looking at learning AI, looking at learning AI for project management, this will be the best course for you. Now, it's also going to be 8 weeks, okay? 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. West African time, and on Sunday, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. Okay, so those are the timings that you have the training program, and these are the programs that you have at your beck and call if you're looking at getting started in AI for business and so on and so forth. Now, employability. This is where if you're looking at getting a job next year, there are 9 things, there are 8 things you actually need. Okay. Number one, you need to revamp your CV. So if you're still using the same CV, okay, there's a structure that you need to have in order for you to do well when you're applying for job opportunities. Now, without wasting too much time, let me show you something real quick. All right. I love to show people. So if I come to Upwork today, and one of the major things that we're going to be talking about, okay, is Upwork optimization. That's the best place for you to get if you're looking at freelancing, looking at getting a job. Upwork will be the place for you to go to. So let's take a look at this. Okay, let's find work. Find work for your skill. Okay, find work for your skill. And I'm going to come here. Okay, and you see over here, you would see artificial intelligence engineer. Okay, on the A, you see A here. Okay, all you need to do is scroll down. You would see AI, artificial intelligence engineer, basically AI engineer. That's what it means. All right. So if I click on that, you would see there are quite a number of opportunities that came out in the last few minutes to an hour to a couple of hours. So you see AI expert for outbound dialing text appointment setting. So basically, like I said, can you build AI agents that would be able to perform such kind of operation? Build an AI tool for automated comparison of large annual reports in PDF or documents. So basically AI for data analysis and reporting, okay? So you see another one, AI coach development for client training services. Can you build an AI coach? So understand what the coach should do, and you can build an AI based off that, okay? AI ML developer needed for multiple projects, tech lead, AI voice, and SMS booking agent system. So you see, these are things that exist today. So let's take a look at this. Okay, this was posted about 20 hours ago. Okay, so build production-ready conversational AI agent, voice plus SMS. Okay, for a laundry booking. This is the laundry. It's a laundry business. Okay. Booking automation from scratch, system must be extremely conversational, human-like, and easily maintainable by non-technical operators. So you see, these are the kind of things. This is a laundry. They're building this for a laundry business. Okay, so I mean, if currently you learn how to use AI automation for either data analysis or AI automation engineer, okay, you can actually build stuff like this, not just for not just for Upwork, for example, but for businesses around you. So if you look at the typical business around you today, they need people they are losing out on so much money because they cannot even afford to hire a customer representative. So imagine if you can build a rep for them using AI agents, okay, that is easily scalable, that understands the operation, that can answer questions. So in order for you to get this kind of opportunities, you need a better CV. You need to stand out. Your LinkedIn profile also has to stand out. And these are the things that we're going to do for you. We're going to help you out with your CV. We're going to help you out with your LinkedIn. We're going to show you how to navigate the job market. So if you're looking at getting a job as a data analyst, as an HR analyst, as an automation engineer, okay, as a project manager, as a business analyst, remote opportunities, and so on, we're going to show you how to navigate the job market. The next thing we're going to do is interview preparation. Okay, so when you're going for an interview, we would also prepare you for those interviews. Okay, the next thing is job reference letter. So whenever you apply for a job and you need a reference letter, we would back up your application process using our own reference letter. On the job support, weekly mentorship session, okay, and Upwork and Fiverr optimization. So if you're looking at working freelancing, we would also do Upwork and Fiverr optimization for you to get more opportunities. Okay, so CV review, LinkedIn optimization, navigating the job market, interview preparation, job reference letter, on the job support, weekly mentorship, Upwork optimization. So after learning, or while you're learning, you're also getting this full package for free. So when you're working on your CV, we're working on your CV, we're working on your LinkedIn profile, we're showing you how to navigate the job market, we're prepping you for interviews that you're going for, we're giving you a job reference letter, on the job support, weekly mentorship, and Upwork and Fiverr optimization. So those are the things that we're doing for you. So to put you ahead of most people looking at going into 2026. All right. And if you're looking at starting your own AI automation agency, we're going to work with you also to build your own AI automation agency where you can service clients at home in Nigeria or in Uganda or anywhere in the world, literally. Okay. Now, the first step is for you to learn. Okay, so if you want to sell or you want to create your own AI agency, you need to learn AI. Okay, AI for automation engineering, generative AI for data, generative AI for HR, generative AI for business analysis, generative AI for project managers. You need to learn it. The next thing is to build a portfolio. So you see the stuff I showed you from people that went through our program. Okay, those are them creating their portfolio of projects that they've worked on. Okay, the next thing is niche down. You need to niche down. So if you've always been a customer rep, for example, you understand customer service, it's better for you to focus on customer service, building agents for building customer rep agents for businesses. Now, if you've ever, for let's say you've always been working in the bank, okay, and all you know about the bank or what you're doing in the bank is, let's say, request, okay, a loan request, okay. How can you build AI agents? Okay, not just for banks this time around, but how can you build a request agent that can take certain requirements and come up with approvals? Okay, so if you look at certain businesses, all business need approval, need some level of approval within their operations. How do you provide that kind of experience for them or agents that could do that for them? So that is you niching down. The next thing also is service. So after you niche down to based on your experience, what you know how to do the best. If you've always worked in real estate, focus on real estate. If you've always worked in finance, stay fixed on finance. Okay. If you don't have anywhere you've worked in, that's also good. Look for the one that most interests you the best. Okay. Then focus on that particular one. That's what we call niching. All right. So niche down. The next thing is get one person. Okay, 1 to 3 people, businesses that you can service for free. Okay, service them for free. Do that, do the best work possible for them for free. And then, at the end of the day, once you do it for 3 businesses for free, okay, the next thing is for you to scale the operation. So you've done it successfully for 3 people, get testimonials from those 3 people, and use it to acquire new clients, new paid clients. So at scale, you are looking for them to pay you. All right. So these are the processes you need to go through. You need to learn the skill. You need to build a portfolio. You need to niche down, okay, to the particular industry, to the particular sector, to whatever roles, responsibility that you want to work in. Then build a service people, service about 3 people, 3 businesses. Okay. Then once you do for 3 businesses, you can then go ahead to scale the business into different aspects. So what we're going to do for you, like I said, is either you get a job or you start your own AI agency. Is either you, at the end of the training program, it's either you get a job or you start your own AI agency. So how can I start today? How can I start today? That's a question at the lips of everybody. How can I start today? So we have our next course starting on the 10th of January, 2026. Okay, on the 10th of January, 2026, our next course is going to be starting. So if you're looking at getting started, this will be the best time for you to get started because we are running a massive, 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 massive discount. So this year we clocked our 5-year anniversary. We did our 5-year anniversary, and we're also running the end of the year sales for people to kickstart their 2026 better than most people. So we're doing a discount to bring in more people, okay, to help you get started with your AI skills next year. Now, the discount is not for everybody. The discount is only available for the first 20 people. The discount is only available for the first 20 people. So we're doing a massive slash. So instead of our cost of 200,000 naira, okay, the training program is going to be going for 100K, 100,000 for AI automation engineer, and 80,000 naira for generative AI for data, Gen AI for HR, Gen AI for project manager, Gen AI for business analysis. These all related generative AI courses are going for 80,000 naira, while the AI automation engineer is going for 100,000 naira. Now, in order for you to get started, it's simple. Honestly, it's one of the easiest things you can do. It is paying 50% today, okay, to get started next year. Or you don't have to pay 100,000 naira today. You don't have to pay 80,000 naira today. All you need to pay today to get started is 50,000 naira. If you're looking at going into AI automation engineering, it is 50,000 naira. And if you're taking any of the generative AI courses, it is 40,000 naira. I need to let you know this is the cheapest you would ever get it. And that's because it's an end of the year sale, and it is also our 5-year anniversary this year. So we're doing a massive sale for people to get into AI engineering and generative AI. So if you're looking at getting started, all you need to do today is make your first deposit. To make the first deposit is very simple. The account details are on the screen. We have the analytics data and strategy limited. The account number is there, and the bank name is Kuda Bank. Okay, so if you're looking at getting started, all you need to do today is to pay the first installment. So you can actually you're paying 2 installments. So one installment is today, okay? So if you're going for the AI automation course, it is 50,000 naira. If you're going for any of the generative AI related courses, it is 40,000 naira. And in January, you balance up the rest, okay? 4 weeks into the training program, you balance up the rest. So you balance up the remaining 50% next year, essentially. So all you need to do to secure your space, the training program is going to be for 8 weeks. The live classes, you have your live classes are going to be happening on Saturday and Sunday. So a total of 2 classes per week for 8 weeks. So that's 16, that's about 16 classes. Okay, so 16 classes, 3 hours per week. 3 hours, 6 hours per week. So 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday. When you do that math itself, you see you're going to be learning a lot in the next 8 weeks. All right. So click here to register, or you could just see the account number on the screen, and then you can go ahead to make your payment. So my colleagues are also sending it to the group chat. Okay. So you'd see all you need to do is once you've made your payment to this account, just click on the payment registration form, and you'd see the form here. So you see my colleague Janet is sending to the WhatsApp group to the WhatsApp. He's sending it to the Zoom chat. Okay, Dorcas, Deborah is doing the same thing. So all you need to do is just take that, click the link. Once you click on the link, you would see the account details there. Also, the account details are there. The account name, analytics, data and strategy. We have an account number. We have the bank name was Kuda Bank. And if you're looking at getting started, this is the best time for you to get started. So once you've made your payment, take a screenshot of the payment and you see upload payment here. So all you need to do is just upload the file. That's the screenshot of the payment. Okay. And put your name, email, phone number, job title, organization name. Which of these courses are you interested in? Okay. So if it's AI automation engineer, select AI automation engineer or generative AI for HR, whatever the case might be. What is your skill set? What is your payment plan? 2 installments. And if you pay everything at once, you could also just put full installment there, full payment. What cohort are you registering for? January, start for January. How many people are you registering? So if you can pay for multiple people, so I mean you can pay for yourself and your family members and your friends, okay? That'll be very, very exciting. And then just click on how you hear about us and that's it. And I think there's a terms and condition at the bottom. You can click on it for you to read more about it. It's bullet points just for your enrollment and all that. Okay, so agree to it and submit. So that's all. Honestly, like I said, the discount is only for the first 20 people. For the first 20 people. If you're looking at getting started, I would say you should secure space as quick and as fast as possible. Upon completing the training program, you will get a certificate, okay? A certificate that is also accredited by the American Institute, American Council of Training and Development, ACTD, okay? So and it's registered as an accreditation body in the US, United States of America. So you'll be getting that, the seal, you'll be getting that accreditation from the Analytics business course itself. So if you're looking at getting started, I'd say you should do that as soon and as quick as possible. We're only taking the first 20 people, and you need to be part of the first 20 people to get started. All right, so that's basically the session today. If you have any question, I would like you to raise your hand, or this is time for question and answer. Let's take a few questions before we call it a day. All right, let's take a few questions before we call it a day. All right, let's take a few. If you have any question, you can raise up your hand. I'm just going to take some time to show you what the classroom looks like. Okay, so just give me a second. I'm going to bring out where you have the materials. Now, for the training course, it's lifetime access to the materials, the videos, the live classes, the videos from the live classes and everything that you're getting. It's a lifetime access to every one of them. Okay, so if you're looking at getting started, that's one of the major things that you're going to be getting from this. Okay, give me a second. I'm just trying to get the. Okay. All right, so I want to show you the Google Classroom, okay, where you have all the materials and everything is stored and saved in. So you see, everything is there. So once you get registered, you'll get access to the Google Classroom that have access and you'll be able to see everything in there. All right, so you see generative AI for HR professionals, go to classwork, you see all the things here neatly arranged in order for you to have access to it. So now let's take a look at some of the recording that they had in class, okay? So you see generative AI for the HR professionals. And these classes are very, very practical, very, very practical. And see how this is one of the participants currently presenting his findings from the class itself, okay? And you can see the facilitator there, it's all practicals. And you see this is another person, Confidence, Obina, one camera, okay? And yeah, and see all the beautiful things that they've been able to do, okay? So you see, this is another person that built an HR personnel that would look at Google Sheets, format the message, analyze the Google Sheets, and also provide you with send it to Telegram or WhatsApp, whatever the case might be. So these sessions are very practical, very, very practical, very, very intuitive, very encompassing, that covers everything that you need to learn about AI for HR analytics, same thing for data analytics, and so on and so forth. So this is for HR. And you see all the live classes, you have the recordings there. You have lifetime access to the recording in these classes. Okay, live. So you see, all right, you see there. And you see that you're using, Bamboo HR for this particular tool itself. So you're going to be learning HRIS systems for HR analytics, and you're going to be learning a lot when it comes to, HR, where you're coming to generative AI for HR analytics. So now let's take a look at the AI automation engineering course, okay? And you would also find it very interesting. Like I said, you have lifetime access to these courses. Okay, lifetime access to these courses. Now, this course is no code. None of them is no code. They're all no code programs. Okay, so you're not going to be coding. You're not going to be doing anything, anything too complex that would require you to learn how to program in Python or whatsoever. Do I need to know data analysis before offering an AI generative AI course? No, not really. You're going to learn some things that will help you, Juliet. So you're going to be fine. All right. So you don't need to, you're going to cover up majority of it. And I'm going to answer a question in a few minutes, okay? You can raise up your hand if you want to speak. I'll be happy to speak to a few of you, a few people. So you see, these classes are all very practical, very intuitive, and you can see everything doing all what it needs to do to get you to the point of, where it's going to be doing great stuff. Okay, you can build very interesting projects and all that. Okay, so on this recording, you can see I'm clicking on them. The recordings are there. You have lifetime access to the recordings of the training program. You would have lifetime access to the recording of the training program. Okay, so this is N10, and you can see them do this stuff already in class, and you can quite a number of interesting stuff that you build. So you see everything, all practical, all very intuitive. 3 hours on Saturday, 3 hours on Sunday to get you the knowledge that you need to have to succeed. Now, Julius is asking the question, do I need to know data analysis before offering AI generative AI course? Okay, so with AI for data analytics, you're going to be learning quite a number of things. You're going to learn AI in Excel. You're going to learn AI in Power BI, AI in Microsoft Fabrics. And let's take a look at it. So let me show you. Seeing is believing. So I'm going to go to their first class, and there you get to see it. Okay. So setting the stage, recording. I'm going to come here. Okay, to recording of the class, so you get to see it yourself. So you see, we start from the bare minimum. Okay, it's beginner friendly. It's beginner friendly, starting with what definition of certain terminologies, definition of learning certain things and all that. Okay, so once you're done with that, once you're done with the training program, once you're done with this particular aspect, you move into Excel. Okay, you move into Excel. Okay, so prompt engineering. So we're going to prompt engineering. We're going to be doing that. You're going to be using that to analyze some Excel courses, some Excel data sets. Okay, can you see? You're currently learning Excel, so you will be taught. Some of these things will be taught in the training program. Okay, automating workflows with N10. Are you going to core analysis and all that? Okay, so it'll be a good session for you to have. Okay. Good evening. Thanks for the clarity session. Question: how does AI help me leverage on education as an educator? Do I need a procedure knowledge before taking up the program? Cheap part. Do you want to raise up your hand so I can, unmute you so I can have a chat with you? Okay. Cheap part. Okay, so the question is, how does AI help me leverage on education as an educator? I'm not sure I totally understand. So that's what I'm asking you. Okay, if we can speak. So in education space, there are quite a number of use cases you could have when you're looking at the education space. There are quite a number of use cases. So are you a lecturer, for example? The new thing. Okay, Chipat, do you want to speak? Do you want to speak about that?
Yes, good evening. Thank you so much for clarity section. If you can hear me clearly.
Clearly, yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, I'm an educator, and I'm just wondering, running through the programs you have, the AI, generate automation, and other, where does an educator come in here? Could it be that I have to just automatically swap to a different career when we have to do with AI? Because as an educator, I'm just trying to figure out where my career fits in. So could it be
Okay.
that I'm automatically going to be learning something new from my career or something? I don't know if you
Okay.
get my question, sir.
Okay. Very good question. So as an education, let me ask you, as an educator, what would be the most stressful thing that you do as an educator teaching?
Yeah, that would be planning your lessons, carrying out research. You don't need to upskill knowledge, carrying out researches, planning your lesson notes, and all that. Yes, I am also, I
When do
hire
you
staff also, and
okay.
I know the process of recruiting staff could also be, yes.
All right, fantastic.
I have the
You've actually
privilege to
asked,
also hire employees. So I also know
yeah,
that that whole process is so cumbersome at times. Yes, having to go through each CVs and all
ACV
that.
and all that. Yeah,
Yes.
fantastic. What about you see those things that are hectic for you or that is stressful? Imagine if somebody else can do it for you. How would that feel? So you have a lesson. Let's say you have a class tomorrow. Okay, let's assume you're a
Yes.
lecturer and you have a class tomorrow, and uh, somebody can
Oh,
create your
my
lesson notes for
line is
you,
breaking.
and somebody can create those lesson notes for you. Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me? I
I
barely
can
could
hear you
hear
loud
you
and clear.
because the network
Okay, okay.
is.
I'm saying that the things that you find, the
Ooh,
things that you,
I'm
okay.
sorry. I barely could hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, I think Uche, just take note of cheap parts. We might need to speak to her, after the training, after the session, maybe sometimes next week. All right. So most people, most like I said, anything that you find stress or that it's mundane that you have to do every day, every time you get to work, you need to do every day. All those things can be automated. So if someone like Chipat needs to create lesson notes for every class she goes into, all right, how do you use AI to create your lesson notes? So like I said, you can use AI today. I'm using AI to look at my meeting and create lesson notes or bullet point for the next meeting we're going to be having. All right. So those are like mundane tasks that you do on a day-to-day basis that can be automated. Now, as an educator, you're doing that for yourself. Can you build a system that would help other educators do the same thing? All right. And you charge people as an educator, oh, you need to create your lesson note. Okay, what about if I build an agent that would help you do all that? Okay. And it's customized to your class, it's customized to your own need and timing and everything. Imagine if you could do that. That's exactly where the AI agency comes in. All right. So you move from being an educator and you're doing recruitment also. Can you build an AI agent that would act as a recruiter that would look at people's CV and review people's CV for you and all the stressful stuff that you're doing? Can you do that? You see, that's exactly where AI comes in to help you achieve success. All right. So, anyways, it would be nice to speak to her. Ola, I think a job role will assist her to know what to do exactly. So, that's why I just answered. Somebody said, "Bro, success is brother success." That's interesting. Do you have a physical class for Abuja based? I'm interested in AI automation engineering. Awesome, brother success. What we don't have a physical office. Everything is virtual. I mean, if you're looking at doing work remotely, you should be happy. You should be 100% happy to work remotely, to learn remotely also. So all our classes are remote. Okay, we don't have any physical location. All right, so let me see if there's any other question here. Do you have a physical class? No, we don't. Is there any laptop specification for the training? No, no specification, just a regular laptop is fine. So, like I said, most of the applications we're going to be using are no code applications. So you don't need there's no need for you to code. Okay, as long as you have a working laptop, not a desktop, that if there's no light, the thing just goes off by itself. Then, if the laptop have issues, then you probably have to fix it. But we just need a good working laptop. That's all we need. All right. Do I need to know about data analysis before offering AI generative AI course? I answer the question. No. Okay. All you need is interest and come and learn. Let's teach you how to get started. Can anyone learn generative AI for both data and HR? Yes, you can pay for the two. You can secure your spot. If you pay for two, once the next training starts, you will be part of that training program. So you're still going to be getting a discount. You're getting it at a discount, but you're just securing your space for a future session. But running them concurrently is going to be very difficult because the classes happen at the same time. So 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and 2 to 5 p.m. on Sunday, there's no time for you to, and you can't really focus on just, the recorded session. It's not going to make sense. All right, so let me see if there's any other question. When are you expected to complete payment? In January, okay, first week of February, that's when you need to complete your payment. The training program is for 8 weeks. So you should complete your payment within week 4 and week 5 into the training program. Okay, between week 4 and week 5 of the training program, you should complete your payment. All right, so giving you about a month. I mean, that's enough time for you to complete your payment. Must I have a laptop for the training? Juliet, yes. What else do you want to use to build automation agents? What else do you want to use, Juliet? What's the Okay, you can't use your phone to do that, unfortunately. No. All right. So the training program, heavily discounted. Okay, heavily discounted, and it's for the first 20 people. So if you want to be a part of the first 20 people, once you've made your payment, all you need to do is fill the registration form. Please make your payment and fill the registration form. Or you can send us an email. Okay, so you see treasure@10analytics.org, you see business@10analytics.org. You can also send us an email. That would be very good. All right. So essentially, let me see. Brother, I have someone who is interested, but I have no certificate, but skilled in generative computing. Can it be fixed for a year? Yes, you don't need any certificates to work as an AI automation engineer. You don't have to have a BSc in computer science or computer engineering or whatever to get a job as an AI automation engineer or even start your own AI agency. You don't need any class or any certification. So basically that's the case itself. Yeah, I mean, those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. So if you're looking at getting started, please do well to get started. Secure your space now. Okay. Let's help you, kickstart your 2026 significantly. So those are the things that you need to have at the back of your mind. All right. Looking forward to seeing all of you. Okay. If you are looking at getting started, please secure your space as soon and as quick as possible. All right. Thank you guys so much. I had a wonderful time speaking to you. Please do well to secure your discount and get started as soon as possible. All right. Let's start 2026 hard and aggressive, learning and improving ourselves. So get started, leverage the discounts now. If you fill the attendance form, you'll get an email for you to, if you want a one-on-one session, we would also have a one-on-one session with you so we can discuss potential opportunities that exist in the space today. Thank you so much and do have a wonderful evening. Bye for now. Thank you guys. Bye for now. Thank you.